for the day routine. This is the intermediate level, and today is our last day of Merengue, which is the dance we've been learning. So this is, for those of you who are new here, this is a head to toe, warm up your body, get it going so you can face the day a little more alert, a little more alive. And after that, we always finish with dancing. And since today is the last day of Merengue, before we move on to the new style, I'm just going to rush us through those warm-ups, and then we're going to go straight to our dancing because I want to go through what we learned, and just so you have some reminders and something to hold in the back of your heads. And we're going to dance. We're going to turn on the music and just enjoy it. All right, flare flies. So I'm going to start by just kind of loosening your knees. It's not really bending, just getting them moving slowly. I have no Ari today, so I'm sorry if I'm not answering you. I'm too far away. But if you have any questions, just please message us and we will get back to you. And breathing in, and breathing out, and breathing in, and breathing out. And let's get to the front, and down, and to the front, and down, and to the side, and then to the front, and to the side, and to the front, and we're going to nod our heads, and then we're going to shake them no. And coming back to the middle, and your ear is going to point to your shoulder, and it's going from side to side. And moving down, raising your shoulders forward, circling them. And then take our body with our shoulders. And backwards, just the shoulders. And taking our body with that, like we're swimming. Arm. And now we're going to do our half knee bend, taking your legs, knees going over your toes, and pushing the earth away from you. Push it away. And taking your legs, knees going over your toes, pushing the ground away from you. You stay in place, that ground goes away. Taking your legs and knees going over your toes, push the ground away. Don't drop the book that's on your head. Taking your legs, knees going over your toes, and pushing the ground away. Don't forget about your book. Good job. All right, so tilting your shoulders from side to side. Lower body stays straight and sturdy. And then we're going to go a little more. Hips are staying in place though. As you come up, lengthen that middle part. And we're going to go right to our middle crunches. So it's like you've got big cramp, so float way in, and then lengthen your waist as you come up in 1. And lengthen 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, lengthen, and lengthen 10, and 11, and 12. Good job there, guys. And looking back, looking at the sky to relax abdomen that you've just been working. Now putting one leg behind you. You can grab onto something for this if you want. We're just going to stretch out that back leg. Think about also stretching this out at the same time. Bring it in and bending the knees so that you feel the stretch in a different place. Right to the other side. And stretching out. Other leg. And bringing it in, stretch both out. this back leg to feel that stretching there. And come in the middle, hands opening and closing. Until just about 90 degrees and back down. And doing that one again. And arms coming down. And rotating outwards. And chicken flips. Forward flaps. And bring that to the side, palms up. And we're just gonna go down, rotating in the shoulders. Shake it out. From side to side. And let's just go from toe to toe. So just like we're, I don't know, like we're doing the moonwalk without the motion. All right, flare flies. Let's just get to the dancing today because I want to make sure that we just have something to hold in our memories or something to refer to. So we've been learning merengue, and the steps are simple. They're just, it's just like walking. But so when we do our knee exercises, and when I say we're pushing the earth away, we're pushing the ground away, that is in preparation for something called grounding, which you may know if you're already a dancer who has done these styles. But grounding is something that makes us look a little bit heavier, because we have styles like ballet where you're very light and you're just kind of above the ground. In this one, it's a very real dance. It's very earthy. So we want to have that I would say that heaviness, but that weight and that connection with the ground. So that is something that usually takes a while to really grasp. So that's why we are, when we're doing that exercise, we want to feel like we're pushing the ground away from us. So later on when we're stepping, we feel like we're really stepping into the ground. So we also have talked a lot about our weight shift, how we shift. We have a square here, our shoulders and our hips, and we shift that square over and stack it on top of one leg to balance, and that gives you a very secure balance so that you can move the leg that you're not standing on. It would be the same. It's like you're sliding across a flat surface and you're over your leg, and you can balance forever like this, or you can do whatever you want with that other leg. And so in that dance, we don't shift heel to toe like we would when we're walking. We want to get our weight straight over our leg. So we've done various exercises with that. We've done like our ice skating, which is just kind of falling forward and landing on it like you're gonna skate away across the ice. And so your whole body weight comes right over that foot. So there's no transfer of weight once you've stepped. Everything comes together. And we've also done our zombie walks. This is very slight, but we're doing our, so that our entire body moves together. That's the exercise we want, is that our weight is going onto that leg that we're stepping on, and also that there's no separation of the side of our body. The whole thing comes with us. The whole thing is coming. So, this, because once we combine everything together, we're going to be stepping right over our legs, and it's going to be the same to the side. So as we do our side step, you're going to step to the side, and your weight is over it. So it's almost like you're falling onto it, and as you bring this leg in, weight goes onto this leg. So this one can step again. And fall onto it, and this leg, change the direction. So you want to keep your weight over here, and you fall onto this leg. So when you're changing directions, remember you're not going to shift that weight, because if you, so it's over here, if I shift my weight here, I can't step. My leg is trapped. So if you want to change directions, you have to remember to keep your weight over here, and then you're going to be going the other direction. And that is your side step. So as far as the hips go, we've been just kind of doing the first component of that, which is we're going to be bending our knees so we have good range of movement, keeping the shoulders in place, and the feeling you want is like somebody took your hips and is pulling your body that way. And then you swing down like a pendulum and go that way, and swing down. So you're going to have this movement. Now remember, fireflies, so this, in this style, it's not actually your hips that are moving. I know it looks like that, but this is not a hip movement. This is coming from, it feels like the middle of your rib cage, and that is going to be your hip movement, this whole thing here. And later on, we'll be adding our infinities, but this is also when we step. We've got this swing going on. So that'll be important as we move along. So it's pretty universal in Latin social dance. This is not ballroom, it's a very different style. This is kind of comes from street dance, and it's meant to be used socially, it's meant to be for fun, it's meant to also be quick, something that you can follow or lead, or, you know, in our case, we're going to do it on our own. We're not going to worry about all this partner stuff, but you will learn a few skills so that if you ever need them, you got them. So we've been also doing various things as we move through our merengue. We've been just walking forward and back. We've been going from side to side. We've been doing an exercise where we start to rotate our square like we're going to rotate in place, but we're going to leave one leg behind and then come back. And leave one leg behind and come back. That is for our stepping turn, which is a great turn that we do here because it doesn't require as much balance, and it keeps you right on the rhythm. So you don't have to think about pivoting on one foot so you're out of step and then getting back into step. This one you're just staying, you're stepping right on the music and continuing on. So it's a very comfortable one, and if you do it correctly, it's also very stable. So there's none of that wobble stuff that's always a concern in turns. So we've been doing that. We've been rotating just in place, to the right and to the left. We have been moving our head. That's also an exercise. I don't really do that in merengue, and then a little faster, and then putting it with our feet. We have been doing our arms, so we've been bringing them up and down all the way. We've also been bringing them to the side and then to our hips. Now, what we want to do is, if you put your palms upwards, this is just to feel it. You don't actually have to do this, but this is the feeling. And then the rotation from here is what's going to keep your elbows forward. So if you're rotating them inwards from here, your elbows will stay to the front. So that's your saucy, and not here with your elbows hanging to the back. You want them nice and with a lot of character. And we've been doing what's a very common arm in Latin social dance. So your arm comes up, and then it drops to your head. And this one, your elbows can and do come in, because on the hips it's different, but mostly you want to keep your elbows in, because if you're in a crowded room, your elbows are out. No good. So we're going to keep them in. Thank you. And then you want to feel like you have a weight in your elbows. So your elbow's going to go straight to the ground, and it's going to keep moving till you can reach yourself, and then you slide your hand down and out, like you're taking a little bit of momentum. And thank you. And you want to have this movement smooth, so we've been doing it a lot because at first it feels kind of uncomfortable. So we've been doing it separately, and then we've been doing it a little more smoothly. And we want to eventually get to the point where we can do it in motion, do different variations of it, and just have that speed. But for that, you need repetition like that. Thank you. All right. I think that's it. I think that's all that I wanted to talk about. Let's turn the music and just quickly repeat everything that we had. And on Monday, we will be ready to start a new style. Keep moving the whole time. Rotating. Rotating the other way. Forward and back. Rotating outwards, taking the leg behind. And to the other side. A little faster. With your foot. One arm up, drop into your hip, and down, slide it up. Other arm, dropping down, and come into your hips. One more rotation. Up and down. Fingers wide. Perfect. Oh, I forgot one. Oh no, I forgot the first one. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Great job, flare flies. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a big good job, well done, whatever it is that you tell yourself when you really have done something well. And we are now ready to move on. So take these skills with you because they will apply to what we're going to learn next week. And I'm going to stay on that one for a while, make sure we know, make sure we repeat it a lot, and we'll be getting some very good skills. All right, my flare flies, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being on this journey together, all of us, and we will be seeing you very, very, very soon at the latest Monday. Oh, maybe before that. Love to you all, flare flies. Goodbye.